Hello, students, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, as you already know, and tonight in this lesson, we're going to be working on another reading comprehension lesson. And this lesson is number 21, and it is entitled Crossing the Border. So, crossing the border, a border control agent or customs officer is responsible for enforcing immigration laws, ensuring national security, and regulating the movement of people and goods across a country's border. They screen travelers, inspect cargo and containers, prevent illegal activities and potential threats by terrorists, and maintain border security. So sometimes we have to cross the border and we get a little bit stressed out because of it. And that's usually because they ask us a lot of questions. And if English is not our first language, then it can be a little bit stressful. I understand that. So that's why we're doing this reading comprehension tonight. So here are some of the containers to be inspected by the border control agents or customs officers. That's a lot of containers to inspect. They are responsible for checking passports, visas, and supporting travel documents, and verifying the purpose of your trip and the length of your stay. They ask a lot of questions and are highly trained to detect suspicious behavior and fraudulent documents or false identities. They also examine luggage and freight for prohibited and undeclared items in order to prevent the smuggling of illegal items like drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and agricultural products that could harm local ecosystems. Here are some trucks, some transport trucks waiting in line for inspection. It looks like it's going to be a long wait for these guys. They are authorized to refuse entry and assist in the deportation of undocumented and illegal aliens or suspicious people or items. They detect and prevent human trafficking and work in collaboration with local and international law enforcement agencies. Here's what it might look like working with the National Guard at the airport in airport security. We've all seen that when we travel. They process claims for refugees and asylum seekers. They have very good communication skills in one or more languages needed for questioning and interacting with travelers. They are skilled in handling unexpected situations and are knowledgeable about the laws and regulations of their country in terms of immigration, trade, and security. They work at airports, seaports, and land border crossings, and are physically fit for patrolling rough terrain or handling difficult or uncooperative travelers and stressful or high-pressure situations. Sometimes they are required to patrol rough terrain, just like this. Border Patrol agents are required to work rotating shifts on days, nights, weekends, and holidays. The minimum requirements for becoming a border control agent are a bachelor's degree with 3 years of relevant work experience, but a background in law enforcement or military law enforcement or a degree in criminal justice are preferred. A security background check, a medical exam, a physical fitness test, and a drug test, as well as a valid driver's license, are also required before being considered for an interview. Many people have told me that they feel very stressed, nervous, and anxious when crossing the border, mainly due to the language barrier. Border agents are used to this and are usually very patient with travelers with limited language skills. Always keep in mind when crossing a border, if you have nothing to hide, you will be fine and have nothing to worry about. In this lesson, you are going to see many possible questions that a Border Patrol agent might ask you with the supporting possible answers so that you will feel comfortable and confident the next time you cross a border where English is the language spoken. Here we see a border control agent checking out this guy going through security to make sure that he's clean and he's not carrying anything on his body. And thank goodness these guys are there to check all these things for us. Here are some of the first questions the agent may ask you. He or she might say to you, "Where are you coming from?" Or "Where are you from?" Or "What is your country of origin?" "What is your nationality?" And you might answer, "I am from Canada. I am Canadian. I am from China. I am Chinese." So if you're from Canada, you know that you have this flag over you. This is the Canadian flag. Where are you traveling to? I am traveling to New York. Can I see your passport, visa, and boarding pass? Yes, certainly. Here they are is a good answer. Here they are, your passport and boarding pass. Good job. Always good to have those with you at the customs office. What is the purpose of your visit? Are you here for business, on vacation, or visiting family or friends? Or he or she might say, are you traveling for business, pleasure, or leisure? I am here on business for 3 days, but then I will visit some friends for a few days. I will also play a few games of golf and do a little sightseeing. How long do you plan to stay? I will probably stay for about 10 days. Do you have a return ticket? No, I didn't purchase my return ticket yet because I'm not sure if I will return in 10 or 12 days. I still have to find out if I can stay for my cousin Vinny's wedding on the 16th. It depends on my work back home. This, by the way, is his cousin Vinny that will be getting married, and he wants to attend his wedding. Doesn't he look like a fun guy, cousin Vinny? What is your date of birth? My date of birth is March 20th, 1986. What is your marital status? I'm married. I'm single. I live in a common law relationship. I'm divorced. Those are all possible answers. Can you show proof of employment or ties to your country, like another form of ID, which is identification? Yes, of course. I have my driver's license and my Medicare card. Medicare card or healthcare card. Are you bringing any work-related materials with you? Yes, I have my laptop, my iPad, my agenda, and a few business cards. Besides your work-related materials, are you carrying any other electronic equipment? No, I am not. No, I don't have any other electronic equipment with me. Are you traveling alone or with someone? I am traveling alone. Or you might say, I am traveling with one of my colleagues. Do you have an itinerary for this trip? Yes, I do. Would you like to see it? Here it is. Where will you be staying during your trip? I will be staying at the XYZ Hotel on Main Street during my business activities. And then I will stay with my brother Tom and his family for the remainder of my trip. May I see the confirmation of your hotel booking? Yes, of course. Here it is. Have you ever been to this country before? Yes, I have been here about 10 times. Or no, this is my first visit. Have you ever been denied entry into this country or another country? If so, for what reasons? No, I have never been denied entry into this country or any other country. Have you ever been deported from another country? No, I haven't. Have you ever been involved in any criminal activity? Have you ever been arrested? Do you have a criminal record? No, I have never been involved in any criminal activity, and I have never been arrested, and I don't have a criminal record. Or you might say, yes, I was arrested once when I was much younger for a minor offense, but I have received a pardon. What do you do for a living, or what do you do for work? I am a project manager for an engineering company. Where do you work? Who is your employer? I work for the ABC company in Toronto. Are you planning to work while in this country? I will have meetings with people here in this country, but I work in Toronto. Do you have a letter of invitation from the company in this country where you will have your meetings? Yes, I do, and here it is. No, I don't. Who is covering the cost of your trip? My company has paid for my trip for the 3 days when I will be in meetings with the company in New York, but I am paying for the balance of my trip when I will be with my friends and family. Are you bringing any items with you that you intend to sell while you are in this country? No, I have no items to sell during my stay in this country. Do you have any money with you? How much cash do you have on you? Usually $10,000 in cash is permitted when traveling. Yes, I have about $2,000 in cash. I only have about $50 in cash on me. I will use my credit or debit card during my trip. If you bring and fail to declare more cash than the permitted amount, a customs officer may seize your money temporarily or permanently. You may also be given a fine or a penalty. You may also be investigated for money laundering or other illegal activities. If they suspect criminal activity, you may be detained or arrested, and that's never fun. Just to give you an example, this is too much cash to cross the border. You don't want to cross the border with this much cash. For sure you don't. Too much. Did you pack your bags yourself, or did someone else pack your bags? I mostly packed my bags myself, but my wife added a few things to my bags. Are you carrying any valuable items like gold, silver, or jewelry? No, the only jewelry I have is my wedding ring. So this is an example of too much gold to cross the border. You don't want to cross with that much gold. Maybe a ring, some earrings, maybe a small necklace, and that's about it. Don't cross the border with all this gold. Are you transporting any goods for someone else? No, just my personal things. Do you have any medical conditions? No, I don't. Yes, I have high blood pressure. Do you have prescribed medication with you? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you have travel insurance? Yes, I do. Maybe you want to say, no, I don't, but you should have travel insurance when traveling. Have you been in contact with someone that was sick in the last 3 months? No, I haven't. Yes, a couple of people at my office were sick with the flu about 1 month ago, but I never caught it, and I haven't been in contact with any other people that were sick. Will someone be meeting you at your destination? No, I will take a taxi from the airport to my hotel. Yes, an employee from the company in New York will pick me up at the airport. Are you carrying any food, plants, animal products with you? No, I had some snacks to eat on the plane, but I ate them and I don't have any plants or animal products. Do you have any restricted or prohibited items with you? Are you carrying any sharp objects like knives, guns, or other firearms? And you should respond, absolutely no, because these are things not to bring across the border. You don't want to be packing that in your bags to cross the border because you won't get across. Besides your prescription medication, do you have any illegal drugs with you? A good answer is absolutely no. Do you have any cigarettes or alcohol with you? Yes, I have 4 packs of personal cigarettes and 2 bottles of wine that I am bringing as a gift to the person that will greet me upon my arrival. Do you have any other gifts or commercial goods to declare? No, I have nothing else to declare. Have you been in contact with anyone with a contagious disease in the last 6 months? No, I haven't. Have you visited any high-risk countries lately? No, I haven't. If you are driving across the border, the agent may ask you, is this your vehicle? Are you the owner of this vehicle? Yes, it is my vehicle. No, it's a rental, and here is the rental agreement. What is your license plate number? It is A4TG77. Do you have the registration certificate for this vehicle and the insurance papers? Yes, and here they are. If you are traveling with your pet, the border control agent will ask you for proof of the required pet vaccinations. The vaccination certificate for rabies is usually required, as well as the date and type of vaccine administered and the expiry date. The name, license number, address, and signature of the veterinarian that administered the vaccination is also required. Identifying information about your pet, such as breed, gender, age, color, and specific markings are also required. You see, she's bringing her dog across the border, and the border control agent is asking her for the required paperwork to be sure that the dog was vaccinated against rabies, most probable. Border control agents have specially trained detection dogs, also known as sniffer dogs. The verb to sniff means when you do that with your nose, you sniff. So they're called sniffer dogs, working with them. These dogs are highly trained to detect specific substances and contraband items, such as drugs like cocaine, heroin, and marijuana. They can also detect bomb-related materials, firearms, and ammunition, as well as large amounts of cash, agricultural products, electronics, humans and animals hidden for illegal smuggling and immigration. Here is a sniffer dog or a detection dog hard at work. Other questions you might be asked, or a different way of asking the same question when crossing a border. The agent might say to you, do you have enough money to support yourself during your stay? Do you have dual citizenship? Are you transiting through this country to another destination? Can you provide proof of your accommodation or where you will be staying? Do you have relatives or friends in this country? When was the last time you visited this country? Why is your trip so long? Or why is your trip so short? Are you traveling for medical treatment? Why didn't you purchase a return ticket? Do you have any emergency contact details? Are you part of a group? Have you been issued a work permit to work in this country? Have you been vaccinated against diseases in this country? What is your full name, nationality? Where were you born? Have you ever changed your name? Have you recently visited a country that had an outbreak of a contagious disease? So that's just a sample of many questions that a border control agent might ask you when crossing the border. If you have any other ideas, you can certainly put them down in the comments section below for the other students to learn. If that video helped you, or if you just liked it, you can put a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys need help with your English and you want to improve quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. This is the 4th edition, and how do we know that? Well, it's written right here at the top, the premium 4th edition, published and distributed everywhere in the world by McGraw-Hill. If you guys get a copy of this workbook, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the workbook. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. Very easy to find, available everywhere online. You can easily find it very quickly on Amazon, of course. If you guys need help with your English verb tenses, everybody I know tells me, every student I ever had over all these years told me with no exception that they just don't understand English verb tenses. I don't know why. It's probably the easiest thing to learn in English. So if you need help, you can get yourselves a copy of English verb tenses, available everywhere online and very easily, of course, on Amazon. So if you guys decide to get a copy of this workbook, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right to the end of the workbook, and the answer key is also at the back to support you while you are learning. Your English will improve dramatically if you do 1 or 2 of these workbooks. So that's all I have to say to you guys for tonight. So I wish you a very pleasant evening. So good night for now.